fight starting off with a little bit of controversy, more just people's uproar after the fact. Austin Hubbard was a plus 160 underdog and actually looked very much it in the early goings of the first and start of the second round against Max. Still can't pronounce the last name. Sorry, dude. I'll get there. Rated R, I believe the nickname is, minus 185. Hubbard got a TKO via retirement or towel throw in, or whichever way you want to put it. Max quit on the stool in between the second and third round after nearly an entire minute of Drysdale trying to convince him to go back out there, but from sheer exhaustion and I don't know what else, decided to quit on the stool. I don't have too much to take on this other than the fact that I was thinking about betting Hubbard at underdog just because he's more proven in the UFC, which the first round I would have regretted betting him and then ultimately been justified in betting him, but ended up not betting him. So I guess I got nothing to say on it whatsoever, but I will throw it to Mike because, Mike, I know you have some very strong feelings one way or the other on this very, very first fight of Blades versus Volkov.
I just want to apologize to all the American wrestlers out there who are true American wrestlers who don't quit and keep pushing through every single hardship and every single bad position they've ever been in. Max Rohskopf does not deserve to be in the UFC. He is not UFC caliber. I don't want to hear any excuses from anybody for this and that, his back, his this, his that. I mean, you guys are fighters. You signed up to be a fighter. Bob signed up to be a trash man. I signed up to be a Union 44 carpenter. You see how that works? You know, I didn't choose to go combat and get my face punched in for little dollars. I'm so absolutely disgusted with the performance that he showed the world, and also disrespected Professor Drysdale with just the most disgusting quit I've ever seen from any wrestler, anybody ever, almost, man. It was just despicable. I'm at a loss for words for how disgusting it is, dude. And I'll get whatever hate for it or whatnot, but that truth's the truth. This guy's a quitter. He will quit again. This is a mental thing. He doesn't have the mental game. He can go get a sports psychologist. He can go to the train and run as many laps as he wants. He's never going to have it to be the man in this upper echelon of the sport. He's disgusting.
Obviously, a lot of emotions have gone on and debate on Twitter about multiple things in regards to this fight. I'm going to take a little bit of a step back. Obviously, I have never fought, and I have barely trained in many forms of martial arts, very minimally in a select few, so I can't say much in that regard. All I do have to say is I understand he was exhausted, totally don't understand what that's like in the stool at that point, but with how dominant he was in the first round, clear first round for him, in my opinion. Obviously, he had success in the early goings of the second, and then Hubbard really stepped it up. So in all seriousness, it was 1-1. If he was just head to the grindstone, wanted to just take Hubbard down and just lay and pray for a round, he wins his UFC debut, in my opinion. And the difference in wrestling ability was that staggering in the early goings that I think even tired could have been able to get him down. But at some point, you can't push your guy out there to that degree. Like, either you have that portion of it in you or you don't. I do think it's rough for him because he's gotten harassed so much that I believe he deleted his Twitter and has kind of just gone into the ether. So
well, that just proves my point of being mentally weak. He can't even face that music. Everyone, you can lose, you come back and be a champion after that. But this guy doesn't have it. He isn't it. This is another one of those drop me an alley. After seeing this performance, I would never ever bet Max Rohskopf in my life. I'm disgusted that I even fake picked him just because he was in a USA wrestler, because that's how much I love wrestling and jiu-jitsu. He is disgusting.
But the pick had legs early going. I was actually surprised how easily he went down. Honestly, I think his biggest issue in the fight, obviously he quit on the stool, but the biggest issue for him was he went for so broke for like transitions into certain submissions in the first round that would just do nothing but burn energy. If he would have just tapered back just a little bit, he was so much better on the ground and with the wrestling. It's like he could have clearly won that fight and kind of had an early easy going of it. He just decided to go to that next level to go for the finish and burnt himself out. You can tell even, I think it was the last 30 seconds of the first round where they ended up on the feet. He was breathing heavily and started getting hit with some shots and tried to shake him off, but they just started piling on. It was getting rough after that. And then Yeah, getting full blown shot. Even in the early going, like the first half of the second round, you're like, okay, he's still good. He's tired. He's probably gassed, but he's good. It's so infrequent that it happens. You were just kind of shocked at how like dismayed he was in between the second and the third.
And half of you need to calm down right now because remember I'm here to entertain, and it's the point is that he disgusted me as a wrestler. It's disgusting to watch what I've seen last weekend compared to all the badass wrestlers that are in the United States of America, and also other fighters that deserve to be in the UFC on short notice that didn't get the call. So obviously, I understand he's a fighter. He deserves respect. My brother was a fighter. He didn't get any respect. So I don't know what you want now. It's like you get respect when you want it. You give it when you don't. I don't. It is what it is, dude. The fact is, he's a quitter. He's disgusts me.
If you like this clip, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you. Let's roll.